Hey all, welcome. This is Mark Abood, and this is the 11th vlog episode for the 2009 girls from the Minnesota Thunder Academy. Today I'm going to be continuing the video analysis that I started last episode of a Winter League game that we played versus the age group older team from the Eclipse soccer club here in Minnesota. And primarily this is for the girls so that they can use the video as a study resource. So there's a lot of good stuff here, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's go.
I actually told you from Maddie.
Yep, that's good that you saw it. Love that you're tuned in and paying attention for it too. Good ball. And move. And move. Wider, Kenny.
Kenny, stop and go.
Good. And go, Kenny. Good try, Bean. Good try. Fine.
So as the ball pops out here in the midfield, you'll see Sienna play a terrific one-touch ball into Livy's feet. That's what we want to do, is try to find these penetrating passes. We want to keep our forwards hunting that line. And Sienna's pass, Sienna, you beat 2 Eclipse defenders here with that pass, which is great. Then as we move forward, kind of similar to what we talked about before, Bean, really, we want you to be aware again of all the space that you're in if you just stop, if you don't move forward, okay? But if you do choose to move forward, which here you have more space than you did last time, Livy, you need to make sure that you see Beans moving forward and you want to play the ball into her path, right? If you can. This is another one again, Liv, where you play the ball at Bean's feet and she nearly overruns it. But again, look, Bean, if you would have just sat, look how much space you're in already. But we get out. Other side of the field, Kenny does a good job of trying to pull back and wide, which is what we need here. At this point, Bean needs help. She's facing this direction, so it's very difficult for her to play any kind of good penetrating pass this way. So Kenny doing a good job of trying to work to get wide. Good ball in. Bean, here's where you do a perfect job of just kind of sitting in space in between a triangle of defenders. And that's perfect. Okay, you'll see yourself slow down a little bit. Kenny, you're going to play a pretty good ball into Bean. And Kenny, once that ball goes into Bean, we need you to go right away to attack this space. And it's a quick little give and go with Bean. And you've beat all 3 of the defenders here with that. You end up playing the ball to Bean and then hesitating, now going. Bean, you could play Kenny in, but you actually have pretty good quick feed and get a shot off. Kenny, you're in there for a rebound. Okay, so that's not bad. All right. A couple other things that we want to talk about as we go forward here is Kenny. As you say, you set in your feet, which is great. Bean sits into space. As you're going forward now, if Bean continues to dribble, you kind of stay out wide. But as the closer we get to goal, the more that we need you to kind of get inside the field in a danger area. Okay? And Livy, you'll notice yourself here, you're kind of watching where we need to make sure that you're getting in front of your defender. In case there's a rebound, you have the best chance of getting the ball. All right, on the ensuing goal kick, here, Bean and Kenny, you're too close together, right? You're not covering enough space. If they put down and play right away, and again, we can invite them to play this pass, that's okay, because again, we have time to then adjust wherever we are and get our team moving a little bit. But if you guys are too close together, there's a ton of space out here, and their goal kick will beat both of you. All right, so just again, good thing to remember is when that ball goes out, we want to tune in. Okay, that pass beats both of you. Great step by Mickey. Okay, and she'll have the composure, even as an outside back, to run a really good stop and go.
That Mickey. Yes.
And then nice little fake, and the ball goes out of bounds. That's okay.
Goes on, looking for Maddie. Drop. Can't get beat behind you.
Okay, Maddie, I'm telling you to drop here. All right, because again, I know we're all kind of smiling along with Mickey there at that what just happened. But if they get the ball quickly and can play the ball into here, we're in trouble. Okay, again, as an outside defender, as a defender on a throw-in, a good rule to remember is you never want to get beat over your head. So Maddie, I'm asking you to drop early to get into this space and make sure you provide cover for Mickey, but we never want to turn our back to the ball. Okay, never want to turn our back to the ball. Instead of turning this way away from the ball, all you need to do is backpedal and drop, because then you can see the ball here and you can see players. Okay?
I'm looking for Maddie. Drop. Can't get beat behind you. Yeah, that was. That's right.
Okay, Bean, good pressure here. Good skill by that girl. And
Good
then
read,
great read. Great read by Ainsley here. Again, Ainsley can see as a weak side outside back. She can see the play developing and see the opponents looking to switch the field. And you'll see she makes a good read and a little anticipation to get in the way of the pass. What we just want to be careful of, Ainsley, is that you just don't do that. You don't commit yourself too much, because as you're trying to anticipate that, if we play a truly gifted player who can then all of a sudden spot that ball for this player, then we might get in a little trouble. But at this point, it was a good read, and you saw it happening.
Good read, Ainsley. Good.
Good composure to find Mickey. Again, here, Kenny. Mickey's in trouble in trouble meaning she's under pressure. The only way for her to get the ball to you right now is down the line, which would be a fine pass. But again, as you see your defender's in trouble, that's where you kind of need to make sure that you're moving to make the pass as easy as possible for your teammate. Okay, Mickey, probably, not a bad choice to play Kenny, just didn't make a good pass because you actually played directly to the defender. But as you notice, and what we'll start talking about is all three of these defenders are ball watching. They're all focused on this ball right here. And once we start to understand how we can use the ball as a decoy, meaning we want the opposing players to be looking at that ball, because then they lose us. Okay, and if we can find this ball, then this ball, we're in good shape. Okay? But what you'll notice here too, and Liv, this is what we talked about with our point players, you're not really hunting the back line. You're kind of in Bean's pocket right here. Where again, if we can get you up here, now it's even a better opportunity as Mickey pulls back. If she can find a pass into you, you can then play to Bean, or you can play into Kenny, and we can get forward.
Good try.
Good pressure, Sienna.
Good.
Good double, Bean.
Good. And wide. Open up.
Right, Maddie, so here you have plenty of time when you receive the ball. Okay? I know you're probably looking for Dutch out here, but also understand that your first touch actually started moving backwards. Right? So then it becomes difficult to play a ball forward. Whereas if you would have gotten a good prep touch forward or to the side of you, it would have been much easier to try to play forward. Once you get this, you're kind of forcing it long, which again, not bad, but I think a better option might have been either to find Sienna in the space here, maybe just drop it back to Gwen, and then we can open up a little bit. It looks like Kenny's also working backwards here to find some space here as well. But again, don't have to go long, I don't mind it.
Don't rush it though. Don't up.
But you gotta miss that player. Okay? Gotta miss her with your long ball.
Good help, Sienna. Yeah, Kenny, you want to tuck in a little bit right now, Kenny? You want to tuck in? We get wide when we have it.
So we give up a corner kick here, and we just want to make sure that if they keep two players out for a short corner, we need to keep two players out for a short corner. We never want to be outnumbered out there.
All right, Bell, ready? Yeah.
Like Liv has one.
Right.
Wait,
Good, Ainsley!
does Liv have it on?
Livy, get forward!
Livy, I like how you have your hand out, that you're asking for the ball to be played in front of you into space. I think there's enough room, maybe, enough channel there for Sienna to maybe slot that ball through, which is fine. But probably the easier choice, Sienna, is to just play the ball through to Kenny into space. It's a wider gap, probably an easier pass. You're facing that way too. And again, if you can get your pass to beat the defender so Kenny can just run onto it, we're in good shape. But what you'll find is you try to pass to her feet. Understand Kenny's moving forward. She needs the ball played in front of her. You kind of play right at Kenny and she'll overrun it and kind of slow down the attack.
Go on, Kenny. Go on, Kenny. Good try.
Kenny, do a stop and go.
Yeah, take her.
Do a stop
Take her.
and go.
Back up, Belle.
Kenny, you did a great job of taking your defender on 1v1. And this is a type of attacking mentality and attitude that we need from our wide players for sure. You did all the hard stuff. Now you just got to put the cross in. And ideally, you just play it, ping it, play it firmly across the 6-yard box, which would be in front of the keeper and behind the defenders, allowing our players in front of Livy, in front of Dutch, in front of Bean, so they're running onto it, while also making it very difficult for a defender to deal with the ball as they're running back toward their own goal with pressure on their back, trying to figure out what to do. Here you just kind of hit it without 100% commitment, and it's too soft, where these you want to drive across the face of the goal.
Good try. Good, Bean. Good, Bean. Good pressure. Well done. Good try, Kenny.
So as the ball pops out here, Mickey does a really good job of just holding and not committing and putting the player under pressure as they're breaking out of their end. And that's okay, because if Mickey committed herself and started pressuring here, she's going to leave a bunch of space, dangerous space open behind her, and we may fall victim to some kind of combination play when we're numbers down, 1 versus 2, right? So instead, Mickey holds her ground, okay, keeps the play, keeps the ball in front of her, and allows time for Bean to recover and put pressure on the ball without risking getting beat in the dangerous space behind us. And Bean's pressure forces a errant pass, and they pass it out of bounds for us.
When you feel like she's getting closer,
You're going to go for attacking mid for Bean. Okay, center mid.
She's center.
Yep, center mid for Bean. So you're between Sienna and Livy. You understand? Livy, stay deeper forward.
Who's forward?
Liv. Good, other way, Kenny, wider. Good, keep the ball moving.
Do you need the
Keep the ball moving.
Really good work, Mickey. Good confidence on the ball. Really like how you trust your skill, even as an outside defender. And again, this is what we want from anyone that plays outside back. Trust in your skill. If you need to hold on to the ball or keep possession of the ball by dribbling, and that's fine sometimes, allowing the play to develop in front of you. And Mickey, you do a really good job here, again, of keeping the ball moving, finding Kenny. And what I love is once you find Kenny, you don't stand there rooted to the spot admiring your pass. You play and you immediately move back to support Kenny and to get away from the defender and to increase the space that we're playing in, making it tough for defenders to beat us. Again, what you'll also notice here is when we have an individual dribbling with the ball and we talk about using the ball as a decoy, look how many defenders get drawn into watching that pretty yellow ball, and look again how those defenders, 4 of them here, 5 of them, forget about our other players, which allows our other players to move into dangerous positions to receive the ball as Mickey gets her head up to play.
Good.
between Sienna and Dutch?
No, between Sienna and Livy, because Livy's a point player. Good job. Get it quick.
We're not very good on throw-ins, and again, we haven't done a ton of work on them. Moving from the small 7v7 field now onto the bigger 9v9 field, we'll begin to start addressing some ideas here. So I want to introduce a couple right now. Again, Kenny, if you want the ball here in this space at your feet, okay, which is fine, then you need to create space for yourself there by moving away from the ball first, then doing what we call checking back to the ball into the space that you just created. Right now, where's the space? The space is actually behind the defender. So if you started moving towards Mickey, the space is created behind the defender. The throw should actually come from Mickey down the line for you to spin and go. Or if you check back towards Mickey and create space behind the defender, Mickey throws down the line and Livy is the one that attacks the ball.
Drink, tell me when you're ready to go, because we're going to need you right away.
Okay.
Go on, one-on-one. Dutch, you get free. Come on, Kenny. You're walking, Kenny.
Relax, Liv, relax. Be still.
Mickey, she needs help.
Relax.
When we get our outside backs looking to support our wide players in the attacking third of the field, the issue here, Mickey, is that your run to support Livy took you right beside the defender, and you end in a spot that's 2 yards away from the defender. So if Liv even finds you with the ball, you're going to be under pressure right away. Better would be to support Liv and end in an area in space away from defenders, right? So probably somewhere into here, all right, to give yourself a little more time once you receive the ball. And as you're supporting, you need to recognize where the space is and where the defenders are, so that if you do receive the ball, your first touch can be away from pressure. And in this case, your first touch, if you received it in good space, your first touch would actually probably be forward, in toward goal. All right, Liv, a better option for you here, because Mickey's coming to support but not in an ideal position, a better option would just be to find Sienna, who's got plenty of space. All right, if the ball gets into Sienna, we can get to the other side of the field. Ainsley can release as a wide back and we can get to the other side of the field. Or Sienna can take a touch and get into a good shooting area. And if one of the defenders comes and presses her, that might open up Dutch or Kenny for Sienna to slot a ball to in the box, and then we're into goal. And in the end, Livy ultimately just try to get the ball in the danger area into the box, which is never a bad option in the attacking third of the field.
Good try.
Sienna, great touch here with the outside of your right foot, taking the ball away from pressure with your first touch, away from number 34. And again, I love your attitude of wanting to shoot. I just want you to think about a couple things as you're looking to pull the trigger. Your first touch, although good away from pressure, is taking you away from goal. So it's going to be very difficult to try to get a good quality shot on goal, especially from this distance when you're moving away from goal. So a better option here would be to take a second touch that might take you in more towards goal, then look to shoot on your third touch, or simply play the ball to Ainsley and maybe move into some better space to receive the ball, where then you can get a touch toward goal before you shoot. If you remember earlier when we were talking about how Ainsley, as our right back, stepped up to read the play and intercept a ball that was going to be played across the field, here's a great example of how that could be dangerous, where their defender stepping up, expecting a pass into Ainsley, and leaving Dutch free for Sienna to find a pass in behind that defender into Dutch, who's then into goal.
Good attitude, that's fine. Good attitude, that's okay. Okay, that's okay. Kenny back, Bella drop. Good, Mickey, yeah, just check her, you're fine though, Mickey, you're fine. Liv, you got to work to get free, Liv. Okay, you're gonna go for Dutch and play right mid, okay?
Right mid.
Right mid, yep. Good, Ainsley, way to get there, Ains. Open up. Good, you got plenty of time. Good, one touch. And move, play and move. Yes, Kenny, go on, Kenny. Great shot, Kenny.
As the ball pops out here, again, Kenny, you're pulling away from the defenders, which I like, and Sienna, really good first-time ball into Kenny's feet. Kenny, you could have probably received this across your body and attack the space right away, Okay, but again, that takes some awareness by you to make sure you understand where defenders are and where space is before you receive the ball. But instead, take the ball under control, which is just fine. Use the defender's momentum going this way against them, like we've done in that 1v1 exercise for quite a bit this winter. Okay, and then just made some good quick feet moves and good confidence on the ball. And right now, more good confidence to go and attack that last defender. Then this is the key touch right here. This, what we call that killer touch. One touch into space, past the defender, allowing you to run without the ball, quickly accelerate after the ball, and then it's a great finish, low shot into the far post. That wasn't hit with a ton of pace, but again, low enough and hard enough that the keeper had trouble trying to save it. Kind of nestles in that back corner. Great shot.
That's the attitude. Go ahead. Sup, ma'am?